and it's not actually proper milk, it's a puppy formula. But this time we're not hand raising any puppies. I'll show you in a bit once I've made the coffee what we are hand raising. It's pretty amazing. You're not meant to tell them yet. Good morning. Hello. So we've had her now for about 3 or 4 days. We never intended on having one of these. I never even knew they existed actually. And they're a really intriguing species. It's a mouse deer, also known as chevrotain. So there's not actually much information online. I've tried to do my research, but it seems that they're quite hard to study. 1, they're nocturnal, and 2, they're quite elusive. This one now, she seems to recognize that I'm her mum. And yeah, now she wants her milk, but it's a little bit too hot, so it's just cooling down. The neighbor brought her to us. He was at the gate like, can you help? Because his dogs were chasing her. And that's like one of the biggest threats for these is there's a lot of predators and they're so tiny and a bit silly looking really. So yeah, they're in danger of getting attacked by bigger animals. And she's doing really well over the days. She's getting way more lively, lots of energy. Her character is coming out. Yesterday she started to eat tomato, cucumber, actually a bit of avocado, and munching on some kangkung. But it's hard to determine her age, but she's very, very young. Hey, buddy guinea now. The big grumpy monkey is around today. So I rarely venture into the comment section because sometimes there can be some negative or inappropriate comments in there, and it was one of the factors for some recent issues I've been having, so I kind of just stayed away from there just for my own well-being and mental clarity. But the other day I just had a little sneak peek in there and I just got sucked in, I got carried away. There were so many amazing comments. You guys continue to support us and send us such positivity and love through comments, and I was really sad that I'd been away from that. So yeah, I was just reading through it, I was so overwhelmed by you guys. You are absolutely incredible that you are still here supporting us and watching our videos. Like, really, really appreciate you. And in some of those comments were questions, so it got me thinking it's about time we do a Q&A session. So we put a Instagram story and a YouTube community post asking for questions, so we thought that we will answer them in this kind of day in the life style video. I really like these Q&A sessions because it allows you guys to get to know us more, but also it allows us to get to know what you want to see from our videos. So yeah, like what kind of things you're interested in. So yeah, thanks for being here and excited to crack on and answer some of these questions. There's some really good questions actually. There's loads of coconuts on that tree. I think every day I love our land more and more, especially on days like this when we can do a huge coconut harvest. I don't know how many coconuts we just pulled off of that one tree, but yeah, that's just so amazing. I'm so happy. So yeah, this is just really, really awesome. So in love. How many coconuts did you get, Ruru? You didn't calculate it.
This 12.
Oh, the next one?
Yeah.
13.
13.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult.
34.
34? 14.
14. 45.
45? 15?
15 coconut.
That's pol palavai.
This one I use rice compost. And this, actually this is good, I think, this power pot. It's very nice.
Mm.
Yeah. This coconut leaf
Husk.
husk is making good as in inside brush and rope. Yeah, lot of things.
And if you dry it, then it's
this-
good for the fire.
It's good this sun and dry and fire making. A lot of smoke come.
Mm. It's good for the mosquitoes as well, right? Like if you like that, it repels them.
Mm.
The coconut is very useful. Like every part of it, the tree, the leaves, the water, the milk, the meat, the husk, everything. It's just an amazing, amazing tree and nut. Oil, yeah. Yeah, so much. Coconut is just the best. Hello. Okay, decade, tunai, hatarai, hahai. Oh no. Hai, hatai, atai, namai. Ooh. Rahai. Yeah, it's so hot today. Ada godak rasmi. Also, I'm thinking about doing a video where we speak each other's language. So let me know if you'd be interested in that. That would be a challenge, wouldn't it? Ekolahai. Dolahai. Datunai. Is it Dahahatharai?
Yeah.
Then it's Palai. Then I'm pretty much useless after that. Okay, so we just found another coconut. Did you save that one from the time before?
Yeah.
How do you say 16 then? Because it's not Dahahai.
Yeah. Dahe.
Is it?
Yeah.
No way. Dahai.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. But then 17 is not
Dahate.
Hata. Oh, it is. Da atai, da namai, visai.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Hello! Hello, my little jungle cat. How many coconuts do we need in total? Visai. Okay.
50 people eat.
50 people eating. Enough for 50 people. So we need 4 more.
Yeah.
Tawa hatarai pol.
Yeah.
Pol. No wait. Tawa pol hatarai.
Yeah. Tapul hatra. Whew.
Tawa pol hatarai. 4 more coconuts.
Labai pul kanama.
So one of the questions we get quite often is how is my Sinhala language and pronunciation, and how is Lahiru's English skills? I would definitely say Lahiru's English is way better than my Sinhala. I really struggle with learning languages, and Sinhala is just, it's so different. Obviously, like, it's symbols, it's just a different structure to how you would phrase a sentence in English. So it's taking me a really long time, and it's not something I have really focused on, honestly. But I would like to one day be able to hopefully speak fluent Sinhala. That would be absolutely amazing, because obviously I'm going to be hopefully living here for the rest of my life. So it would be amazing to speak the language fluently. But yeah, every day I'm trying to learn little by little, like maybe 1 word a day or something. But for me, it's really the pronunciation that is the hardest part. Some words really stick in my head and I can remember them very well, but it's the pronunciation side. So that's what I struggle with the most. But yeah, let me know if you want to see a language swap video, because that would be really fun but really challenging to create.
Today, and especially the coconut harvest, Alan. 3 months before this, my grandmother is passed away. Now 3 months after, she gave me this
Ceremony?
today, no, tomorrow ceremony day. See, a lot of people and cooking. Mom come and speak something.
Yeah, we get so many questions about family. So I think later on in the video, we will elaborate and answer some questions. But for now, going to continue with the coconut harvest. So visi tunai tienava. Okay, that's enough of me trying to speak Sinhala. Let's get to the rest of the day. Ah, hello. Pole harvest. Okay, well, we were going to venture out to the beach, but there's just been a rain cloud come over, so we're just going to hold off for a second. But instead, we have another papaya harvest to do.
Papaya! Gaslabu!
Gaslabu!
This papaya tree are no planting. This are eating papaya seed and go dustbin area. This are dustbin area.
Compost, lots of compost.
Area. This are put in there. This now lot of half papaya tree.
Yeah. We've got a few well established, haven't we? So one's got all the fruit. It's amazing.
Lot of half papaya. Lot of half banana.
And yeah, there's so many bananas.
Yeah. This today harvest and Lucie papaya.
I don't know how I'm going to harvest it though, Riri, because it's very high. Can I stand on this? Are you sure it's ready?
Yeah.
Yay! Gaslabu tienava. We have to wait for it to ripen though, right? And we have more papaya and banana trees. And we now have mangoes. Okay, even though the weather is a little bit iffy, we've just had a bit of a raining session. It's not looking too bad. So we're heading to the beach now. We just want to go for a quick morning swim, even though it's more like afternoon already. The time just goes by so quickly. But one of the questions we've gotten is, where is Drizzle? There she is. Where is she? She's coming to the beach for a little swim. She is a princess. She's Kumari. Anyway, let's head to the beach and hopefully it doesn't rain too much. We have some blue skies up there, so I'm hoping that that is what is going to stay and not that side.
Let's go beach. Beautiful nose. Now the sun coming is nice blue sky outside. Traveling and go beach. This little princess here. She look around and every see thing happening.
Well, the sun has come out for a little bit of time. We are surrounded by clouds, so I think it's probably going to rain later. So we timed it the best to come to the beach. And yeah, we brought Drizzle with us. She is swimming so good. When she was younger, she never used to swim when we brought her to the beach. But the last couple times we brought her to the beach, she loves swimming. She's so good. She's better at swimming than she is walking on land. Yeah, she's absolutely incredible. She's just amazing. I'm literally in awe of her every day. She is so special and we're so lucky that she's in our lives. So it's really nice to see her at the beach and yeah, she's very happy today. And yeah, just looking at the beach, there's like all this, all these shells and sea glass. So it's so beautiful seeing all the beautiful colors, and it's all made by nature, like all the different shells and the patterns and the corals that are here. It's magnificent, honestly. Such a nice day. Wow. Oh, and also so many hermit crabs. Ah, this guy has found a new shell. Wow. Oh, there's so many. Look at his shell. We just finished our lovely morning or afternoon at the beach, and then we just popped to Lahiru's family home because they're setting up for the ceremony there. Yeah, it's really nice to see how it all comes together, and obviously it's so different from what a funeral or ceremony would be back in the UK, so it's really interesting to learn about the culture here in terms of that. And yeah, now we just stopped to get some fruit And now we're going to drive to the sanctuary to collect the dog food, because obviously our dogs need to eat too. So we're just waiting at the sanctuary for the dog food, but one of the questions that we got, and we keep getting, is how did we meet? Yeah, if you haven't already seen it, you should watch our love story video. It actually went viral, which I didn't think it would, and I didn't make the video or edit it in a very good way. So I'm surprised it's done as well as it has.
This is my story. My name is Lahiru Devkumara. Before my life no good. Yeah, good I this police problem. Me understand now. Yeah, Lucie come back. This travel Sri Lanka. This is my life. Very beautiful life.
Aww.
Yeah. Yeah, my life very beautiful.
But yeah, we met at Animal SOS back in March 2020 when I came here to help out. Lahiru was working here with the disabled dogs, and that's how we met basically. Okay, so I thought as we're sitting down to eat our delicious vegan rice and curry, we could answer a few food related questions. So the first one is Lahiru also vegan?
Yeah,
And why are we vegan?
animal lovers.
Basically, we're huge animal lovers. That was the first reason why I went vegan. I went vegan maybe like 9 years ago. Yeah, I think it was about 9 or 10 years ago at this point. And I originally went vegan for the animals, of course, because I felt guilty for being part of the reason why they're being killed for people to eat. And then as you do research into a plant-based diet, you start learning about all the health that goes around having a plant-based diet and versus like not being on a plant-based diet. And then obviously as you do more and more research, you learn about the environmental factors too. So yeah, there's a whole array of things why we're vegan, but primarily it is for the animals because we don't believe in hurting them for our own greed.
3 years, yeah.
No, since we've been together, so nearly 5 years.
5 years, maybe.
Yeah, especially in today's world, there's really no reason why not to be on a plant-based diet. Only if you want, like, if you wanted to consume animals, and that would be the only reason why you would not be vegan. And there are people out there that want to eat animals, which is very weird, but everyone's different. But we absolutely love our vegan diet. We eat so many different foods and we feel great. Our body feels great, and yeah, definitely wouldn't have it any other way. Do you want to say anything else about our veganism?
I'm like rice and curry. Good habit.
Actually, one of the questions is, what is our go-to vegan meal? Rice and curry.
Rice and curry.
And for example, in today's rice and curry, we have potato, dal,
Soya,
soya. What's this green one?
kangkung.
Kangkung.
Mukunuenna.
Being in Sri Lanka, there's so many different fruits, vegetables, pulses, like lentils, grains, chickpeas, beans. Oh my god, there's so much. I like your rice and curry that you make because it's so delicious, so healthy. You know exactly what goes into it. Wow, that grumpy monkey's back. Also, I just want to elaborate on the topic of veganism because it can be quite an opinionated subject. Just please know that this is a personal belief of both of ours, and yeah, it's like our lifestyle basically. So please be kind in the comments if you're going to write something that is opinionated about a plant-based diet or a veganist lifestyle. Yeah, it literally consumes us. We really believe in it, and it's kind of like a religion to us. Not a religion, but it is our life, and we believe in it so much that we've changed our life and dedicated our life in certain ways to benefit animals or help animals and the environment, and yeah, all else that goes into veganism. So you don't need me to tell you about veganism. There are tons of research done out there. There's loads of documentaries, so I highly recommend keep an open mind, because I think that's where a lot of opinions come from, is not thinking outside of the box or being open-minded about it. Before you start saying any facts, definitely do research before, because I really don't need to hear the silly comments in the comment section, like, but where do you get your protein from? If you know what I mean. Okay, should we do the laundry? Anyway, sounds like a storm is rolling in, so I need to get all this laundry in. Should I just bring that down? Is it better? And I thought I would answer another question. So someone asked, what is my religion? I'm not religious at all, but I'm very open-minded about other people's beliefs and religion too. And I really like learning about, I really like learning about the different religions, or like what people take from each religion, if that makes sense. But Lahiru is Buddhist, so we do often go to the temple every now and again. So yeah, that's pretty much answers that question. Ooh. Oh, I think big raining coming. So Lahiru has popped back out. He's gone back to the family home to help finish off all the organising for the ceremony tomorrow. So I have just been feeding little Cherry again. That's what I'm naming her. I think it's a her anyway, Cherry. It's actually really hard to know if they're female or male from what I can gather from research. The males are slightly bigger than females and also have very big fangs in their canine. She doesn't have either of those aspects as yet, but she's still very tiny, maybe like a few weeks old. So she just had the best feed that she's had since being with us. She had like 13 or 15 1 ml syringes, which was amazing, and she knows when she wants to stop. She knows when she's hungry or when she's not. And I've just brought her outside just before it starts raining, and she's just started eating some leaves, some weeds. They eat like forest leaves and fruits and some veggies and everything, so that's really awesome that at such a young age she's able to find her own food, which is great, because obviously we've only had her for a really short amount of time, but we don't know how easy it's going to be to rehabilitate her, if she's going to be able to be reintegrated back into the wild, or maybe she'll stay with us forever. I don't know. I don't know at this point. So anyway, I'm outside with her now, and she's just doing so well. She's such a bundle of joy, and yeah, really, I really love her. She's great, and also gaining so much confidence too. Oh, you found more food?
Good morning everyone. In the morning I'm go Lucie drop and animal SOS dog house. This why this chuk little bit broken, no driving properly. I'm drop and Lucie and come back here. This little bit cleaning, this new year coming, and inside little bit clean. The kitchen how to clean. This big problem here, this washing machine broken. This only this washing this hand, big problem. Problem and washing machine broken. Let's fix very soon.
Okay, so where did we get to with these questions? favourite renovation project so far?
Cashew house and coconut house. Cashew house.
Cashew house, yeah, same. But I wouldn't say it's my favourite project because it was quite demanding physically, especially for you carrying everything up. But my favourite project then is our last video upload, which was the making furniture out of scrap wood. That was just really fun, and I'd still like to make so much furniture because I've still got loads of ideas. What is our next project? Well, the one that's going to be released after this video is our driveway and entrance renovation, which you probably can see it's very different, so we're excited to show you that journey. That's in the editing process. But the next...
Coconut house patio area.
Yeah, and the garden.
Garden.
We're going to work on doing some like upgrades to Coconut House.
Now very jungly.
Yeah, everything's grown so much. But we also have done another renovation, which we're going to release at some point in the near future, but we won't give anything away just yet. What time do we get up in the morning?
And 9, sometimes 8.
On the rare occasion you'll get up before me,
Yeah.
but usually you're the last one out of bed.
No, iska, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. The majority of the time I get out of bed at like 6:30 and then I get to start working on the laptop at like 7.
I'm 8 or 9.
Yeah, but recently I just felt like I've needed a little bit of a lie-in, so then I'll get up at like maybe 20 past 7. Thing is with me is as soon as I wake up I have my to-do list going through my head, so I feel like I have to get up and start doing things. It's really hard for me to just take a really slow morning, but I'd like to start doing that. That would be really nice, to just make a coffee and sit outside and do nothing. Recycling. We collect our plastics, tin and glass recycling, but to be honest we don't really have much recycling. But most of it comes from the guests, because guests always buy plastic bottles even though we give refill water, but it's just inevitable, it's going to happen. So yeah, we do recycling, and recently I've started creating eco bricks, but I need to make a lot more and continue that. And then hopefully once I've gathered quite a few eco bricks, we can make little projects with them as well, like little garden walls or something for vegetable patches or something. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Enjoy life.
Okay, so you just want to be happy in a good place in 5 years time. I think that's a really good way of thinking about it actually. Yeah, I also think the same. I don't want to think about it too much, like hoping for things in 5 years time, but I would have liked to have at least traveled to a couple of different countries, because I still have the urge to travel, but it just hasn't happened for us. There's been so much other things going on for us in Sri Lanka in our life, but also it's not easy for your visas, which I will come to that in a bit as well. But yeah, to be happy in 5 years time is a really good goal, I think. And obviously we'll still be here.
Yeah.
How do you stay motivated all of the time? How I stay motivated is looking at the dogs, for example, because when you see them like suffering on the street and then you get them into the sanctuary, for example, and you get them recovered and they come out the other side as a beautiful dog who is so loving and deserving, seeing that motivates me to continue trying to create a positive impact for others. You know what I mean? But also I would say that I don't feel motivated all of the time, and I feel like as the years go on I maybe am less motivated as I was before, just because things have impacted me differently. So I feel like, yeah, sometimes I'm just not motivated. But also what motivates me is just like being surrounded by nature. I feel like that's really inspiring and motivating, and just to like breathe and get out there in the sun and in nature, and yeah, keeps me wanting to keep pushing on and yeah, keep creating videos. And okay, those birds are up there doing something. Oh! Okay, so a lot of people ask our age and what is our age gap. I'm really interested to know what you think our age is, so let us know in the comments below.
Yeah.
It's a secret. If you're gonna leave a comment about our age, be nice. No one say I look like a grandma, okay? I had that bad comment before, that was really mean. A lot of people ask for a house tour. So updated house tour is gonna be coming soon. Like we just mentioned, we do have another renovation project that has been completed and has been filmed but hasn't yet reached the editing stage. So I think once we've released all of that, we can then do an updated house tour.
2 tiny homes, bigger house.
Don't say that. We're really excited to share that with you because that was a very fun project to do as well, and one that I'm really, really happy with. Okay, someone asks, how did you find your property and what made you decide to live where we live?
Some plan sale guy, we find lot of plan. Lot of plan, see, yeah.
Yeah, but so we had a broker and he wasn't listening to what we were saying.
Yeah.
Remember, I kept saying like, no, we're on a budget, like you don't understand, it has to be like this amount or less. But he would take us to like places that would double the amount. It's just time wasting, and I kept saying no, like this is not, we cannot afford this. So then he took us to see a land down the road.
No, see Kogi boy, yeah.
Okay, yeah. When we were on our way to view that land, we found Kogi, who was being abused at the side of a road. So we picked him up.
I go in the road, one lady speak this land sale.
Yeah.
It's coming, look.
We were walking up this road after seeing that land. And this lady, she's so nice.
Yeah.
The lady who owned this house before we did. She came running out like, are you looking for land? Obviously, and saying hello.
Yeah.
So we were like, yeah, why not? Let's go and have a look. Good job we did.
Yeah.
And yeah, then obviously the house was not in the best shape, but the land was amazing, and then it just felt right.
Yeah.
It felt so special, and yeah, there were, like, we just knew that this was the place. We just couldn't stop thinking about it from that moment. And then yeah, what made it super special is that we found Kogi on the same day as we looked at this land, and it's come full circle now, which is really amazing. And we love this area as well. Yeah, there's so much nature, so much wildlife. The lake is nearby. The community are really nice, and for the most part animal lovers. But everyone seems to be respectful, helping each other out, and yeah, I really, really love our area, and I really hope it doesn't get developed, because everywhere near, like the town nearby, is developing and it's slowly getting more and more outside. Like Cavallana now is full of construction. Just hopefully it doesn't spread to this area, because it's just such a beautiful environment. Are there poisonous snakes where you live? Always wonder as I watch you guys walk around the garden.
Peacock here.
Monora?
Monora. This brown nose, this dangerous snake. Why this eating? Our area here, a lot of piggies.
Pigs? The pigs also
eating snakes.
Pigs?
Yeah.
Ah, we haven't seen a adult dangerous snake in a very long time. We saw one a few years ago, right? Because our neighbours used to have cows, and one morning we woke up and the baby cow was dead, and it had been bitten by a viper cobra in the night time. And then a couple days later you saw the cobra in the jungle.
Yeah, bush.
But since we have not seen any adult-sized venomous snakes, but you have found a couple of baby ones.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess we're always very careful with where we're treading, especially if we're walking in a place that's very overgrown. But now our garden, we've made a set pathway that we walk on, and we stick to that pathway. Well, you would venture off, but you know what you're doing. So.
Like tap, sometimes torch.
Yeah.
Safety.
Yeah, but there are poisonous snakes here in Sri Lanka. That's just reality. Okay, someone says, Lahiru, how did you learn DIY skills like electric, plumbing, masonry, decorating, painting? Where did you learn your skills?
Very young time, this go people and go help. Good a lot of work. This rope making and wiring, work guys, and painting guys, and piping guy, plumbing guy.
Yeah.
I'm going time and go looking and this is it work. I'm a head and cooking.
You remember?
Yeah.
And then anyway, when we got this place, then we started doing everything together, and yeah, we did make quite a few mistakes.
Yeah.
But then when we started getting professionals in, you learned so much from them. When we did this renovation, that then for the tiny homes, you could do the majority of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess you're always learning, right? Someone else asks, how do you manage the humidity? I think at the moment, because the seasons are about to change, right?
Yeah.
Because New Year is next week, it just feels so humid. And I do feel like I'm acclimatized. I'm very good with this temperature and this kind of climate. But recently I've really struggled, and I feel like I've not been able to cool myself down. Even in the rainstorm the other night, I couldn't get cold, and usually when it rains I put a jumper on. But yeah, I don't know, there's something about this current humidity right now, it's very intense. Just take regular cold showers and drink nice cold drinks. And yeah, stay out of the sun. I think also where we live, there's a lot of wind. There's usually a lot of air movement, so it's not so bad, especially when you're in the shade. But yeah, if you stand in the sun, it's sweltering hot. So this is now kind of relating more to Sri Lanka and travel. Am I happy with Sri Lanka lifestyle instead of England? 100%, much prefer the lifestyle that we have created over the lifestyle that I had previously when I would have been living in England. And then someone else says, how's your life in Sri Lanka compared to the UK? Yeah, honestly, I don't really know how to compare it, because I travelled so much of Southeast Asia previously to coming to Sri Lanka. And before I came to Sri Lanka, I was only living in England for 6 months, just to try and work hard, make money so I could go travelling again. So I don't really, it's not very easy to compare the lifestyles, because yeah, I was traveling so much. But for the 6 months that I was living and working in England, I was in London, in Camden, which I actually really enjoyed that area and the vibe. It was really cool, and I had a really good job. I worked in a vegan pizzeria restaurant in Camden. Still the best pizza I've ever eaten in my life till this day. Great vegan cheese. So that was really cool, but I worked so damn hard. Like every hour was like cramming in as much work as possible. Whenever there was extra shifts, I would pick them up. So sometimes I'd do like a big 10-hour shift in the restaurant and then come straight out, go to the gym for 2.5 hours. And yeah, it was not so safe also, because for example, I'd come out of the gym at like 1-2 o'clock in the morning, and you get out in Camden town and there's a big crime scene just outside, and then I'd have to walk home on my own in the dark down the streets, and there's quite a lot of homeless people and quite a few of them were on drugs, so I didn't feel very safe walking the streets as a solo female there with my pizza box. So yeah, I definitely I prefer my life here in Sri Lanka, and mostly because what we've created together.
Yeah.
It's amazing. As a British lady, how have you adapted to Sri Lanka weather and culture? So like I was saying before, I'm well travelled in Southeast Asia. I lived in Thailand for 9 months, and then I moved to Cambodia for 1.5 years and travelled a lot of everywhere else in Southeast Asia for a long time. So I'm very used to the climate and very used to those kind of cultures. So coming to Sri Lanka, it wasn't really anything different for me. And I did feel like as soon as I got to Sri Lanka, I felt like I could breathe and that I was home, like I was very comfortable already. It was a very weird situation. But yeah, I guess I feel that I've always been more comfortable in this kind of environment than I ever had in England, which is really, really strange. And it's just amazing that I've got to this place and I'm here, and life has brought me in this kind of path. So yeah, didn't really have to adapt at all. I really like this next question. It's a great one. How has living in Sri Lanka changed your perspective on life and the world? I really feel that it hits more now that we only live once and that life is very short. It makes you think like you should appreciate your life more, and yeah, just try to be happy as much as possible. Like, don't let the little things weigh you down, because there's way more to life, and we only have one body and one life. You are my husband, and my job is to make you happy. Like, I just want to make him happy so that he has a good life, and I hope vice versa. But yeah, life is too short. Like, I've just really got weighed down in recent times and recent years. Like, I had the burnout and everything, which is still like, there's an aftermath of that, but then I'm like fighting with myself, but why do I let all these things bother me when you only live once, and we really just should be happy and thriving and enjoying every day. What is the most challenging part you've been struggling with since living in Sri Lanka? In terms of Sri Lanka, if there's something I'm struggling with and that continues to annoy me more and more, is people's driving, because people are quite reckless on the roads here, and that sunk in a bit more since my parents came, because they both said in different, like, they weren't even together, but they both said at different times that the main road scares them, because there are some people, a lot of people that drive dangerously and that they don't care about other people on the road. And it really annoys me when there is dangerous drivers, especially the buses, because they can cause devastation. It annoys me that the bus drivers, they make the choice to drive the way they do. And I was saying to my parents, it's almost like they're angry, like they are feeling some sort of anger that they drive like that. Because if you were happy and relaxed and like content, you just wouldn't drive like that. I don't think it's possible, because they're completely two different emotions, and the way that they're driving is like they are in a rage and they're beeping like crazy and trying to get around you, when literally just up a couple hundred yards up the road they're going to pull over to the bus stop. It's just absolutely ridiculous, and it just continues to really annoy me, because it's endangering other people's lives but also the animals on the road. And we see all too often animals coming in disabled because they've been hit on the road. So that's really, that's something I struggle with a lot, actually. And more so because we had our little incident when that person slammed into the side of us, and that did scare me because it could have been a lot worse. So it's really made me think about it all again. Do I miss any food from Europe? I actually talk about this a lot because so many people ask me this. I dream about going to England and like being late for my flight, and on the way that I'm running to the plane, I remember that I've been in England and I didn't eat any vegan yogurt, and I'm crying. Like, that's to the extent that I miss vegan yogurt. But yeah, I really miss berries, like blackberries, blueberries, raspberries. I miss vegan yogurt, and I miss the alternatives, like the vegan alternatives. Like, you can get so many different vegan ice creams and chocolate and literally everything, even though they're not so healthy, but it's satisfying, and it's okay to have these kind of cheat times. So yeah, I kind of miss that here, but then again, very, very lucky to have all of the fruits and vegetables that we do have, and my husband's cooking, so.
We are heading to the beach on the scooter with Coggy Boy, like old times. Those clouds don't look so good way up there. You've got a very sandy nose now.
So we've come to the beach this afternoon with Coggy Boy. We used to do this quite a lot when he was small, but now he's a lot bigger. We don't do it as much, but we want to because he's absolutely in love. He's having so much fun. He's the best boy. It is true that we babied him. We know that. But we love him so much. He's literally the best boy. And also we thought we'd answer some more questions whilst we're here as well. So some people ask what happened to our little Puffin.
She died.
Puffin passed away. I don't know how long now. How long ago?
Maybe 6 months ago.
No, more than that. It was really, really sudden. Puffin was a really old lady.
Yeah.
And we adopted her because she was old, and we really like the idea of adopting older dogs because they are also very deserving of homes. And she was just the best old lady. Like, even though she was old, she still played like a puppy. She had so much character. Oh no, she was still with us when we were doing the cashew house renovation. Yeah, so it's not been a year. We knew that she had cancer previously because when she arrived at the sanctuary, she had tumours which were removed. And then I think her last checkup, she had some sort of faint heart murmur, but not enough to put her on any medication. I don't know, she was absolutely fine. She was playing with Sky and Coggy one night, and then 2 days later, we woke up and she was being very different. She was breathing not very well. She was not able to walk properly. It was like she was in a lot of pain in this area. And I just had a feeling maybe it's like liver or spleen. We still don't know 100% why she passed away, but my gut feeling is that she may have had cancer on either the liver or spleen, and maybe that it had ruptured very suddenly. And yeah, she was in a lot of pain, and that same day she passed away, right? And then we buried her in our garden. She's up the land. She loved it up the land. But yeah, we're really happy that we were able to give her the best loving home. She was so happy. And yeah, that's just what we want to be able to give our dogs. We just want them to be happy, and Puffin was definitely happy. Where are the chickens? Well, Mandy was very, very old. She was my favourite chicken. She was old, and you found her passed away. Like, she'd been doing her normal chicken things around the garden, and then when it was time for them to go back in the little coop area, she'd gone in the little box and just passed away in the box. Tatiana, she was also very old. She also passed away like sleeping in a bush. And then a couple of our foster dogs. Unfortunately, we're not very good with chickens, and we lost 2 of our chickens because of the foster dogs. And then the last chicken that we had, we gave her to one of our neighbours, and she's very happy. She's doing very well, but we didn't want to keep her at the house. Whoa, there's wind. We didn't want to keep her at the house because obviously we still have some foster dogs, so we didn't want to risk anything with her as well. But she's fine. She's happy and healthy. She's no problem at all. I feel like we get so wrapped up in our work overload that we miss moments like this. We don't come to the beach nearly as much, and we have beaches like this literally on our doorstep. This beach is massive, and it just goes on for miles and miles. And yeah, I really want to come and start running here, maybe in the low season. But yeah, we need to have more moments like this, especially taking dogs like Coggy. Coggy loves it. A couple of our others don't really enjoy it so much, but Coggy loves it, so I think we'll bring him way more often. And we actually bought Limpy here not that long ago, and she just loves running in her wheelchair. She's the happiest disabled dog, and yeah, she's great in the wheelchair, so this is the perfect place. She can just run and run for miles. So yeah, I love this. This is pure happiness, pure gratitude for this
Even though the weather isn't amazing and there's no sunset, we don't need that. We've got each other and we are family. Well, the best thing about having a tuk-tuk is that when it's raining, you don't get wet. And we just left the beach and it's raining. It's okay, nice and refreshing. I don't think Coggy minds either, he's pretty happy on the scooter. He's loving looking around, smelling all the different smells and watching the people.
Okay.
We are now back at home after the beach and we are cooking dinner. We're having, what are we having?
Soya curry.
Soya curry with bread, super easy meal. That's like our go-to easy quick meal that we live off of most of the time. Oh, and I'm gonna do some banana prep. I'm gonna put some bananas in the freezer because I always have them with my smoothies. And I thought that would be perfect to answer the next question because quite a few people have asked if we can create videos about food, like what we eat in a day and meal prep. Is that something you'd like to do?
Yeah.
Yeah? Because we did do a few videos back in the day. We made like rice and curry and other like what we eat in a day. But we are gonna do for New Year, making traditional Sri Lankan sweets. Yeah, kokis, kaum and alua. Yeah, so that's to come. But yeah, let us know in the comments if you want to see more videos like that, like what we eat in a day and how we prep our meals and everything.
Are you tired? You had a busy day.
Okay, if you've made it this far in this video, thanks for sticking around. It's a pretty long one, but we still have a few more questions to answer. Many people ask, are we planning a trip to England? So many people are asking if you're heading to the UK.
2 times and go a Colombo and visa office and making this no give me a visa. 1 week, yeah?
No, we wanted to go for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
This 2 times, this pale peak no give me a visa.
Okay, well the first time we weren't married, so they had a lot more excuses why to not give you a visa. And I think it was also during the economic crisis, so they were scared that people weren't going to return to Sri Lanka.
This, yeah.
The second time, yeah, because we wanted to go last Christmas.
Yeah, I'm making marriage certificate and good these documents and my everything have this my name, this lands, everything.
Yeah,
I will
vehicle, land, business registration, marriage certificate, everything.
Every documents are taking and photocopy and all the bank detail and
everything.
Everything.
And we even made an 11-page document of like everything with photos of our builds, like where our expenditure has gone and the business that you've created and
this don't give me visa. Only 2 weeks.
Yeah, we only wanted to go for 2 weeks for Christmas so that you could meet the family and experience England at Christmas time. And of course we want to return to Sri Lanka because this is where our home is, our dogs are all here and our cats.
Yeah.
And they denied the visa again.
So sad.
Yeah, very sad, very deflating and really stressful process. But we'll try again in a couple years' time.
Yeah.
We're changing a few things. We're working with the bank. We're doing things a different way to prove everything. Oh gosh, I don't even know. It's such a it's a hard one. But I'm sure many of you watching have also been through the visa process.
Yeah.
And it's not easy for Sri Lankan citizens, unfortunately, especially to go to England.
Again, try next.
In 2 years.
2 years after.
Okay, we're moving inside because it's too windy outside. Okay, so many people ask about your family. Where do your family live? Do you have any siblings? And just tell us about your family.
Yeah, I'm living there, this gold area. It's gold.
Yeah.
Gold area. Living there, this is my grandmother house. This I'm young time, this is my mom and go another country. Work every time looking my grandmother, same my grandmother and mom and pa.
Yeah, she raised you.
Yeah, the whole time and taking and school, grandmother in the morning and taking school. I'm just old and I'm go beach and somewhere because this school finish time. I'm coming school and go home and collect the every time and coming morning taking school grandmother, coming afternoon taking school finish time is coming and collect the us. Now my other two sisters and married, older sister have 2 children. This food supply, this school and start taking this my auntie, my pop and sister. This is my whole time. This foods and school thing, this bag and clothes. Every time she go different housework. 3 months ago, this my grandmother passed away. Very sad. Very sad. After 3 months, my grandmother died. After 3 months, give me a ceremony.
Okay, someone says, will my parents stay in Sri Lanka forever? I feel like they should and they are super nice. Actually, I think a few people are asking what my parents are doing. My parents, they like to come to Sri Lanka maybe once a year.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll try and do twice a year. Or maybe I'll start going back to England once a year on my own. I don't really want to do that, but yeah, they like coming to Sri Lanka, and I think in the future it would be really nice if they would live here so we can look after them and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it is a really long distance.
Yeah.
It's a long flight for them to come over here, and it was really nice having them here this time.
Very nice.
Yeah. Really nice.
The beach.
Yeah, every day we went to the beach.
Nice beer.
Okay, someone says, are children a part of your life journey? I think this is a really nice way to phrase this question, because so many people, this is like the most asked question since we got married. People are constantly like, are you having kids? Is there going to be a Poddy, Lahiru and Lucie running around? Like, there's always so many people asking us this question, and I really feel like, especially in this culture, that it is expected of you after you get married to start having children. That's just how things happen here.
Yeah.
And it's just what people expect of you, I guess. Yeah, and I feel like that's another reason why I stopped looking at the comment section, is because we then started getting questions where people were questioning why we didn't yet have children.
Yeah.
And it became very invasive, and it's quite a personal thing. But also, I think those people are they're judging too quickly and not thinking about the realities of life, that some people don't find it so easy to start a family. You know, other people can easily make a family and it just happens very quickly for them, but then many other people in the world, and also us, it's not happening so quickly. And I think that comes down personally for us to a few different factors.
Yeah.
One of which is that we are constantly on the go. Me especially, like, I'm overworked, but I do that to myself. Like, I always need to work. And then because of the way that my mind thinks, that I'm always working and I always have to be doing something, that plus other factors that have just surrounded us and our life, and some people that come in and out, there's a lot of stress. A lot of stress.
Yeah.
And I've spoken to quite a few people about this situation, and the number one thing that gets spoken about is stress. So it's really something that I'm trying to prioritize for my well-being, is to reduce my stress levels, but to also teach myself that I don't need to work as much, because ultimately that's going to also lead to stressful thinking. You want to say anything about it? Like, obviously we want children.
Yeah, children. I'm like Poddy Lahiru, Poddy Lucie. This is so natural, yeah.
Yeah, and it's not something easy to talk about, and we haven't spoken about it, and it's been a while. But now I feel like we should speak about it because it is the reality of our life, but also the reality of many other people as well. I watch so many podcasts and interviews and like other people on YouTube, and like they may be also struggling or also having some similar issues, and yeah, like it's not easy for everyone, but I want people to also know to not judge from the outside, and I don't know, it's super personal, you know, and it does, certain comments do affect people in certain ways, so I guess you just have to be really respectful with this kind of situation, especially when it's something so personal, because obviously we do really want children.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
This I'm young.
Huh?
Young.
Yeah, we're still young.
Yeah.
So yeah, we still have time, and it just hasn't happened for us yet, and that's okay. Like obviously, it's not meant to be.
Yeah. So, lot of thing, yeah.
Yeah, we've got lots of fur babies around us.
So lot of works here.
Lots of work. We've been doing lots of work. So yeah, like maybe it's the universe telling us that it's not the right time.
Yeah.
But it's gonna come. It's gonna happen soon. So.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's one last question. Someone says, Lahiru, describe your wife in 3 words, and Lucie, describe your husband in 3 words.
Amazing and very beautiful. It's good part.
Aww, thank you. I would say intelligent,
Yeah.
very handsome,
Yeah.
and funny, and supportive, and loving, and I don't know, there's too many words.
You guys with 3 words. A lot of work here. With 3, yeah.
Anyway, I love you.
And more than lovely.
I think it's finished. Okay, on to the next project.
Yeah.